They did the Inspire Challenge and movie videos. And ladies and gentlemen, today I have a special guest, the one and only Barry Hotman Lamnes. How are you?
Hey, good thanks on you, my brother.
I'm super rocking.
Yeah,
Barry, tell us a little bit about yourself.
But once about Barry, a lot of people know me by the name Barry.
Yeah.
But my real name's ID.
Yeah.
Rainy Mohapi.
Rainy Mohapi.
Yeah, Rainy Mohapi. I'm just a regular guy from Free State. Virginia, Virginia. Before I was here in Velcomo, but then 1996, my parents moved here to Virginia. So, yeah, always Virginia basically. Yeah, so yeah.
The berries, did you happy?
Yeah,
did you happy? What brought you to the BIG podcast? What is tweaking in
20 Mona, basically, we have, let me just say, I'm one of many police officials who were dismissed unlawfully by the South African Police Services. I was once a police officer, and I'm one of the many officers who were dismissed unlawfully. And I don't want people to get this wrong. Some officers were dismissed unfairly, but in our case, we were dismissed unlawfully and unconstitutionally. So that's what brought me here. And one other thing, we are heading for the biggest, what could be the biggest class action case in the history of South Africa. This coming Thursday, go Bloemfontein. I think we are about 60 former police officials who will be attending, who will be appearing actually, Bloemfontein High Court for this class action case against the SAPS for this unlawfulness and unconstitutionality dismissal. Yeah, all the members who were dismissed. So that's exactly what brought me here, so that I can let everyone know what actually transpired for us to come here, what actually the events behind us being or having this motion and having this court case that is upcoming on Thursday. So I just want to explain the procedures and the regulations that were used against us in order for us to end up fighting and saying this is wrong, this is wrong. Whatever we were dismissed with, yes, there were allegations, but the procedures and everything that happened, it was totally unlawful. Yeah.
So, Tati Mohapine, what really happened with the High Court?
Let me just summarize my story. Like I said, I was a police official for something like 10 years. I was appointed in 2010, March 2010. And unfortunately, in 2020, there were allegations that were brought against me. Allegations such as burglary at premises for CPS, meloding. Allegations like possession of stolen property. Allegations like theft of state firearms and stuff like that. So I was actually charged. I was arrested, I was charged, I was dismissed. But the story behind my dismissal, and not myself only, there's a lot of guys who were dismissed unlawfully. So I'm gonna try to relate the story behind on how we got dismissed. Story is not different from any other police official who were dismissed by that time. There was a regulation that was used through our dismissal. There was this regulation, they call it Regulation 9. They call it expeditious process. It was implemented in 2016. So most of the officers who were unlawfully dismissed were dismissed via this regulation. Yeah, so can I just keep it later? Like I said, 2020, I was charged I was dismissed.
Yeah.
And then there's a procedure that the SAPS must follow. The SAPS has these rules and regulations that they should abide with. The disciplinary regulations that if there's an officer who has done or maybe has an misconduct or alleged misconduct, there are procedures to be followed, there are regulations to be followed, and those regulations were drafted by the same SAPS and they were constitutionalized. So they are formally and officially SAPS disciplinary regulations.
Yeah.
But the SAPS themselves does not use or abide by those regulations that they created themselves. And I'm here, I have a lot of paperwork, I have a lot of proof, so whatever I'm gonna say, I have proof.
Facts.
I have facts.
Yeah.
In terms of, or in regard to how I was dismissed. Firstly, when you are charged, there should be internal, let me say, departmental.
Yeah.
There should be departmental investigations that should be conducted against you.
Yeah.
And these departmental investigations should, according to the disciplinary regulations of the SAPS, the departmental regulations, no, not regulations, departmental investigations should be independent and apart from any other investigation according to the regulation 4M of the SAPS disciplinary regulations. Okay, this is what happened in my case.
Yeah.
I was arrested on the 22nd June, charged and everything else. The disciplinary steps were taken. And there was this particular officer who was appointed to investigate my case departmentally. Lieutenant Colonel Kobe was appointed to investigate my matter, like internally, departmentally. And here I have his appointment letter.
Yeah.
I have his appointment letter that says, appointment investigating officer of my departmental disciplinary proceedings. Here's his signature. He was appointed on the 25th of June 2020. At the 25th of June 2020, he was appointed officially to investigate my matter departmentally.
Yeah.
So, what happened, on the 1st of July, Lieutenant Kobe submitted a report that said he investigated the matter and he's done. He obtained statements of the following people. He said he obtained statements of Sergeant Patrick Moja, Sergeant Zamile Nake, Sergeant Rankutu Moyaki, Sergeant Jeanette Mbuyeni, Lieutenant Colonel Arense, Sergeant Morate Fakude, and Constable Mutusi Mahano. On the 1st of July 2020, the appointed investigating officer, Colonel Kobe, said he obtained. Remember, the departmental investigation should be and must be according to their own regulation, according to the regulation of the SAPS disciplinary regulations. The investigation, the departmental investigation should be independent, apart from any other investigations, meaning whoever is appointed to investigate my case for alleged misconduct or alleged whatever that I'm charged with, should start his own independent investigation. So Lieutenant Kobe said he has started his own investigation and he has obtained the statement of the people that I just mentioned. Okay, it's fine. On the 4th of August 2020, his superior, Colonel Solomons
Yeah.
also attested that he has received Colonel Kubi's investigation report in terms of my departmental hearing proceedings, and he's happy with it. This is the statement of Colonel Solomons, which is signed on the 4th of August 2020. It's fine. So he's happy with the investigation. He's happy with the statement that were obtained by Colonel Kubi. It's fine. And then it turns out that Colonel Kubi never did any investigation departmentally. Colonel Kubi never did any independent investigation. Instead, he took he took statements from existing criminal case docket. I have them here. One of the statements that Colonel Kubi said he took is a statement of Constable Morate Fakude. The statement still has a case number on top, meaning this statement was copied from a criminal case docket and then attached to my departmental hearing. Remember I said Colonel Kubi was appointed on the 25th of June 2020. But the date stamp on this case, on this statement that he says he obtained, the date stamp says the statement was obtained on the 22nd of June 2020, which is way before he could even be appointed to investigate my case departmentally. That's the first one. Here's the second one, my brother. Colonel Kubi said he also obtained a statement of Sergeant Mahano in terms of my departmental hearing. But it turns out this statement was also obtained on the 22nd of June 2020, which is way before he was even appointed to investigate my case departmentally. That's the second statement. The third statement, my brother, that Colonel Kubi, the officially appointed investigating officer of my departmental hearing, claims that he obtained. It's a statement of Sergeant Zamile Nake. This statement is even worse. He was appointed on the 25th of June 2020. But this statement that he claims that he obtained independently, apart from any other investigations, this statement was obtained on the 8th of June 2020, which is way before he was even appointed. That's not all. Let's go on. Lieutenant Colonel Kubi also claimed that he obtained, during his investigation, during his departmental investigation, he obtained a statement of Sergeant Rankutu Justice Moyaki. The statement still has a case number on it, which means the statement was copied from a criminal case docket.
Which does not involve you.
Exactly. This criminal case docket was opened way before Colonel Kubi could be appointed as an investigating officer of my departmental hearing. He was appointed on the 25th. This statement was obtained on the 23rd of June 2020. That was before he was even appointed. He claims he took it. He claims he investigated, he interviewed this particular officer, and he took this statement. That's not all. Let's go on. There's another statement, my brother, which Lieutenant Colonel Kubi, the investigating officer of my departmental hearing process, said he obtained, independently so. It's a statement of Sergeant Mbuyeni. This statement was obtained on the 8th of June 2020, way before he could be appointed as my departmental investigating officer.
True.
Let's go further. This is how the SAPS works.
This is T.
This is another statement. Sergeant Tsele Patrick Mocha. This statement was also claimed to have been obtained by Colonel Kubi in his investigation. Departmentally so, independently so. This statement was taken on the 23rd of June 2020. He was appointed on the 25th. He claims he took this statement during his departmental investigation. It still has a case number on top, meaning it was copied from a criminal case docket which already existed and then put in a departmental file.
True.
Here's another statement. This is a statement of Wayne Robert Arendse. The statement is also part and parcel of the investigation, Colonel Kubi, which he said he obtained, which he claims he obtained. This statement was taken on the 24th of June 2020. He was appointed the following day, but he took the statement, I guess, in advance. So that's how the SAPS works, my brother. And all of these statements, let me tell you, all of these statements that I told you about were in my departmental file. These are the statements that I was dismissed with departmentally. I was dismissed with the statements that were obtained or copied from an existing criminal case docket. And mind you, Colonel Kubi's superior, Colonel Solomons, said he's very much satisfied with the investigation that Kubi conducted. But Kubi did not conduct any investigation in my case.
Copy and paste,
my brother.
True.
Copy and paste. Here with me I have the SAPS disciplinary regulations. I would like to start with, they've broken their own regulations, but let me just check those who have affected me the most. The first one is, this is their own regulation. Regulation 4M. 4M. Regulation 4M stipulates that the investigation into an alleged misconduct must be done independently and separately from any other investigation. So in my case, Colonel Kubi failed to do an independent investigation which is separate from any other investigation. Instead, he copied statements from a criminal case docket and then pasted them in my departmental file, which got me fired, basically. The second regulation that they broke, their own regulations, the SAPS, South African Police Services regulations. You can just Google them and you can just follow what I'm saying now. You will see these are the regulations, the official regulations, which are constitutionalized, which are in the government gazette, which are in the SAPS regulations. The second regulation, in terms of my experience, is regulation 4J, which says in all the disciplinary proceedings, the employee, which is me, has the right to be represented by a union representative or fellow employer. During my trial, departmental trial, my brother, I informed the presiding officer, which is General Moloi. I informed him that, General Moloi, can you please postpone this matter because I don't have a representative. There was a funeral, there was a death of someone who was going to organize me a representative during my trial.
Yeah.
The guy passed on during this period. He was Mr. Mokalapa in Bloemfontein. So during my trial, I did not have any representative, and I asked the presiding officer, which is General Moloi, please, General Moloi, can you postpone these proceedings so that I can get a representative, my union representative? Yes, I had a union, Popru, which I was loyal to, which I was in good standing. I paid Popru every month, but they could not represent me. But I understood the reason, because there was a death of someone who was in high offices, Mr. Mukalapa in Bloemfontein, passed away during my the process of my trial. And then when I asked the presiding officer and I showed him and I told him, this is what's happening, please, I don't have a representative. He told me straight in my eyes, General Molo, he said, he's not going to waste the state's money, he's proceeding with this thing. By him saying that, he broke or contravened another regulation of their own. Which is regulation, let me just check. Remember, in my hands I have the SAPS disciplinary regulations, and that should be followed by each, that should be abided. General Moloi denied me a right to be represented.
True.
And he said he's not going to postpone. But in their own regulation, regulation 15, Roman figure 1, it says, in the event, let me just quote Roman figure 2, the chairperson must postpone the disciplinary hearing, and the disciplinary hearing shall only be reconvened at an instant of the employee consent after liaising with the employer representative. Meaning, if I ask for a postponement, I have a right, or the proceedings should be postponed.
Yeah.
But I was denied such right. He forced me to go on with the proceedings even though I did not have a representative. So it's one of the things, the painful things that happened during my dismissal. And it's not only me, my brother. It's not only me. I'm here representing the 60 plus police official that will be that I'll be appearing with on the 27th of August.
Yeah.
The same thing that happened to them, to me, is the very same thing that happened to them. Copies of criminal case dockets were taken and put in their departmental, and they were dismissed based on those departmental or criminal case dockets statements. What is worse, my brother? The criminal cases against us, the criminal case for which, from which those statements were taken from, were dismissed against me in the court of law. The cases that all of these statements were taken from, all of these statements that I was dismissed with in the departmental hearing, in the court of law, I was found not guilty. Not guilty. All not guilty. Not guilty. In the court of law. But within the departmental hearing, I was found guilty. With the statement, the very same statement that were dismissed in the court of law are the statement that got me dismissed in the departmental hearing. Like I'm saying, it is not only me, it is not only those 60 police officials that I'm representing at the moment who are going to court on the 27th. There are even a lot of members who were dismissed unlawfully. This is not unfair dismissal. They were debating, there was a case that was on, I think, earlier this year. The judge or the SAPS were debating and saying why this matter should be taken to the labor court. And we told them, this is a matter that belongs in the High Court, even the Constitutional Court, because we are challenging the unlawfulness and the unconstitutionality, not the unfairness. Unfairness, unfair dismissal is fine, you can take it to labor court.
Yeah.
But this is now the unlawfulness and the unconstitutionality, behavior and conduct of the SAPS, meaning our rights were demolished. So it means the process that were used during our dismissals were totally unprocedural, they were totally unlawful, they were totally unconstitutional. That's what we are fighting for, and this is how the SAPS operated in all of our cases. They claim they have appointed an investigating officer. The investigating officer claims that he has investigated, he has obtained statements, but in an actual fact, he has not. He just made a copy and paste in all of our cases. Not only me, all of our cases. Yeah. So we're fighting the unlawfulness of this procedure that were used in terms of our dismissal. Regulation 9, expeditious process. So, my brother, that's why I'm here.
Yeah,
that's why I decided, because we tried to get this out there for people to know how exactly. I don't mind the allegations and stuff because we've already won them in court. I was found not guilty, but what hurts me the most is the way I was dismissed. This is unlawful.
It's unlawful.
It's totally unlawful.
How did that affect you?
Yo, my brother. Yo.
Knowing that you served more than 10 years.
Oh, my brother, I lost everything.
I
I cannot say everything because I almost lost myself. I did not lose myself, but I lost everything. I was trialing for this case from 2020 until 2024, meaning 4 years. Paying attorneys, legal fees. I had to sell my cars, I had to sell my business equipment, I had to sell everything. I lost people I trusted, I lost women, I lost almost everything. But that's why I cannot say I lost everything because I still have myself. I had a good supporting structure, my mom, my kids. This thing, when it happens, some of the officers, my brother, took their own lives. They're no longer here, but we acknowledge them. We have the list of those officers who were unlawfully dismissed, but they couldn't handle it. They lost their houses, they lost everything, and they decided to take their own lives. It's very painful, and it has affected me, my reputation, my dignity, everything. Things that I worked hard for, I had to sell them just like that. I had to sell them just like that so that I can pay legal fees, I can do this, I can just survive. So that's how badly it affected me and the people around. My kids are suffering, even though my mom or my support structure, we trying so hard to but my kids are suffering, I was suffering, my mom was suffering because of these things, the legal cost and everything else. So that's how bad it was. That's how bad it was.
Very bad.
So this thing, SAPS, they're trying so hard to shield it. They're trying so hard to make excuses, like I'm saying, Barino, this is a labor court matter, but it's not. Our rights were affected. The procedures that they used were unlawful, not unfair. These are not unfair procedures. These are unlawful procedures. Everything about it unlawful, unconstitutional. They wrote their regulations, but they do not, and they did not abide or apply their own disciplinary regulations that exist. They broke them in so many ways. So that's what we're fighting, my brother. We're hoping for the best for this coming Thursday, 27th of August. Please, everyone who will be around Bloemfontein High Court, please just come and support us. I think the media will also be there, SABC, I think some of the media. We even went to this, we had an interview with, last year, November, I had an interview with this particular guy from Newsroom Africa, and they promised to publish our story, but they never did.
They never did.
because the SAPS has so much influence
Yeah, yeah.
in whatever, in all the organizations. So maybe they picked it up somewhere that we recorded this. I had an interview with News of Africa just about when they were about to publish my story.
Yeah.
Then the journalist started ghosting and not asking why you're not publishing our story.
Yeah.
No, he came up with, I don't know,
Stupid.
just lame excuses, but I could feel, I could sense that
There are
he
people
was
involved.
influenced.
Yeah.
He was influenced by the SAPS. So people have this mind that whoever is challenging the SAPS is going to go down. People are afraid, even attorneys, high lawyers are afraid of challenging the SAPS because they think their business is going to fall. SAPS has so much influence,
yeah.
and business whatever about if you challenge the SAPS. But we have this wonderful man that was given to us by Ndate Mudimu, advocate Tengimpilo Maqebula from the Eastern Cape. He took us in.
You were saying that this.
I was saying, my brother, we have this wonderful gentleman that came to our rescue, advocating Impilo Maqebula.
Yeah.
Yo, that guy is a godsend. That gentleman is a godsend. He
Shout
was
out.
sent to us by God. We even took it as further as the Parliamentary Ad Hoc Committee. He represented us in the Ad Hoc. He was one of the witnesses in January at the Parliamentary Ad Hoc Committee, talking about the very same regulation and the very same problem and the very same case that we are dealing with, the very same unlawfulness and unconstitutionality that happened to us during our dismissals. So he is very much supportive. He's the one that's going to represent us on the 27th of August. He's been there for us, and we're hoping for the best. And talking about the Parliamentary Ad Hoc Committee, we're still waiting for the recommendations of the committee. Even now, we haven't had any news or feedback. They keep on postponing the report and postponing, but we decided to pursue our class action case against the SAPS.
Yeah.
So far everything is under control. Everything is underway. On the 27th of August, this coming Thursday, we'll be in the High Court challenging this unlawfulness and unconstitutionality of the procedures that were used to dismiss us, which were totally unlawful, and unconstitutional. Like I said, people were saying this matter belongs to the Labour Court because it's work-related. No, not all work-related matters belong to the Labour Court. This is not unfair dismissal. This is unlawful and unconstitutional. And the SAPS failed dismally to abide by their own regulations that they set down themselves, but they are not abiding them. Meaning, the SAPS thinks or believes that they are higher than the law.
Yeah.
No one, not any organization is higher than the law, especially the laws that you created yourself and the laws that were constitutionalized, the law that were made lawful by themselves. But they broke those laws, they broke the regulations, they failed to abide with their own proceedings. So that's why so many of us, that's why I'm saying we are 60 applicants going to High Court on Thursday, but I promise you across, and those 60 applicants, trust me, they are from all the provinces in South Africa. We have guys from Gauteng, we have guys from Western Cape, we have guys from Eastern Cape, we have guys from Mpumalanga. They will be represented by Advocate Maqebula on the 27th of August 2026. So it's not only us. We are just fortunate that we were assisted by this Advocate Matebula, but there's a whole lot of people who were dismissed unlawfully. So there's a whole lot of police officials who were dismissed unlawfully. So I can quote one. We have our very own in Virginia, Sergeant Dumo Victor Mazibuko. Victor Mazibuko was dismissed while he was in hospital.
True.
Just imagine, he didn't even have a chance to attend the trial, as I said. He was dismissed while he was in hospital. His matter could not be postponed or whatever. They chose to dismiss him just like that. And he's one of the people, everything that I told you about, the statement that were copied and pasted in the department, everything happened that way. We have a lot of officers. Some of them were dismissed with SMSs. Some of them in Bloemfontein, I can mention a few, Colonel Doro, Colonel. Some of them were dismissed. How can I put this? They were dismissed without dismissal letters. Yeah. Even now, they don't have these dismissal letters or dismissal documents, but they were dismissed. So how do you say you've dismissed someone, but you never produced any dismissal letter in terms of his dismissal?
SMS.
SMS. You are dismissed. You don't even have a dismissal letter. Some of the officers who dismissed us, some of them confessed that no, we were just given an instruction to dismiss you. I can see there was no case here, but we were just given an instruction to dismiss you, and I had to do my job just to dismiss you. We have such officers within our group. So it's very much painful to be dismissed with allegations that were totally, you were not found guilty in the court of law, but the very same statement that were taken, I would say they were stolen in the criminal case because they were not supposed to do that. When you are appointed as a departmental investigating officer, you should abide with your own regulation, abide with the South African Police Services regulation that says this investigation should be investigated independently, so without any other separate. But they chose to steal statements, copy statements, and put those statements in our disciplinary departmental hearing files and dismiss us based on those statements that were stolen from the criminal case records. So this is totally unlawful. My brother, I think I've said a mouthful. I don't want to reveal too much. Everyone thinks that the SAPS have this much power to make their own rules, to make them and break them. But let's see, because even the judges, I'm not gonna say the judges are manipulated or are influenced by the SAPS, but everyone can use their own discretion. This is a straightforward motion. We are unlawfully and unconstitutionally dismissed. But some of the judges believe that the dismissal were fair. We're not challenging the fairness of the dismissal. We're challenging the lawfulness of it. We're challenging the constitutionality of this matter. So I still say we were all dismissed unlawfully so and unconstitutionally so, my brother. So I think everyone that will be in Bloemfontein on the 27th, this coming Thursday, please let's gather Bloemfontein High Court. And let's see if the SAPS thinks they have this power over everyone and this influence over any other organization, the NPA, the whoever. Let's see what's going to happen there, and we're hoping for the best. And we're praying so much, Karapela, every day. This is for our kids. This is for families that have suffered so much. Imagine, my brother, this is my 6th year. Being unlawfully dismissed. There are people who were dismissed in 2017. They have like almost 10 years. Like I said, Baba Mabona, they decided to take their own lives. Yeah, so we want to fight this thing with all that we have. We want to fight this thing anyone can see, anyone can hear from the story that I just related. Like I say, in evidence. That's why I decided to come here with evidence. I have 5 copies, facts. And these statements were not taken from my side. These statements were handed to me by the presiding officer of my departmental disciplinary hearing, meaning these are the statements that got me dismissed. I was dismissed based on the statements that were stolen from the criminal court case dockets. The statement that Colonel Kobe claimed he obtained during his investigations, whereas he was investigated on the 25th, but the statements were taken even before he was appointed. So this is unlawful, this is unconstitutional.
Bro, I feel your pain.
Yeah, so
please, justice for Hotman. It's very important knowing that he was the case, like it was never fair.
Yeah,
it's not fair.
It was unlawful, my brother. I don't even want to get into depth of what happened to me. Everyone fishing here knows what happened to me, what happened, how I got arrested, how I got tortured, everyone knows. But for now, I didn't want to get into that. I didn't want to get into those. I just want to focus on this case that we go into on the 27th of August and focus on challenging this unlawfulness and unconstitutionality that brought us here, that we were dismissed with. So, yeah, thanks for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you very much.
Right. Everyone, can we please do this thing? If they, how about SAPS, yeah, so
I'm gonna give the BG podcast. We're gonna put it there out there so people can understand.
You can now it's along SAPS. Even for the past year, you've been seeing a lot of irregularities along SAPS. So I don't want to get too much onto that. Like I said, but I'll focus on my story and our story with the people that I'm representing, the 60 police officials that will be represented by Advocate Matabula on Thursday. That's what I want to focus on. There's a lot that has happened, but let's leave it there for later.
So I want to say thank you very much for coming to the BIG podcast.
And
your story is in touch. It's a very bad thing. I'm very touched because I never knew your story. I never knew what really happened. Today you came to the show, we talked about the facts, and what I felt clearly facts.
I'm not saying, even the people that I've mentioned, these are the statements. I have the statements. I'm not afraid. I'm mentioning what I have in front of me. So
that's it. Facts are facts, my future. I want to thank you very much once again for coming to the BIG podcast. I'm Ziggy the Entertainer, the hero of Africa. From me to you guys, love for you, love for the people.